Welcome to our Whitetail video panel. Ed, I wanted to talk to you a little bit about where the Canucks are coming out of the All-Star break and looking into the back portion of the season. If you break it up into chunks, obviously you're looking ahead to the trade deadline and everything that happens there, and then on the push for the playoffs. But when I look at this team, and we've seen all year, they're a team of streaks. They have great streaks, and then they'll collapse a little bit. The 2 games they lost in Florida, then maybe the game that they lost in Winnipeg, I was expecting a bigger drop. But they've bounced back nicely and went into the All-Star break winning 2 games after maybe they could have maybe doubted themselves a little bit after that pasting in Winnipeg. How has this team learned as the season has gone on?
Yeah, I believe they have, and it helps when you're in that learning curve that you've got a hot goalie, and they've had that for most of the season. To me, when I look at this season, the ebbs and flows of the Canucks' performance have really been a reflection of their schedule. You go back to that kind of down period from November to mid-December, and they really had they had a long road trip, and they were playing good teams consistently, and it probably lasted a little longer than it should have, leading up to that loss in Montreal, which is really the low point of their season. But you look at when the schedule is tipped in their favor, which invariably it does in the NHL, they've made the most of it. I look at their home record, I look at their record coming out of that period from December 17th right up until New Year. So having said that, they face a really critical series of games here in the first 10 after the All-Star break. A lot of them are against top 10 teams in the league. So if they tread water there, if they just hold their own there, I think that about the last 15, 20 games, the schedule is much more in their favor. Against lesser teams and the division they play in, there's a few of those, and the majority of them at home.
Well, the division they play in, much has been made of the fact that it's so tight at the top there. I'm only going to ask you this probably 13 times between now and the end of the season. But for you, are they in at the end of it? Do you see it trending that way?
I am more leaning toward that way now, and I hate to keep coming back. But to me, they have the best goalie of all the teams in that chase, and I think they've kind of started to round their game around. To me, the other really big development is when I looked at that team in December, I thought, they're still a player and a half short of being taken seriously. The way Jake Virtanen's playing right now, he might be that player. A top 6 forward, a productive top, producing like a 25 goal, 50 point rate. I know his overall numbers aren't that, but recently he's been there. So those are 2 big things in the Canucks story this season.
Great stuff, Ed. Thanks for watching. You can pick these videos up all year at vancouversun.com, theprovince.com, and also you can get our Whitetail podcast with Ed, Patrick, Ben every week at Apple Podcasts.